I hope I made the point that I'm not in any way trying to criticize Dimash, because I think he's absolutely wonderful. All I'm pointing out is that he doesn't quite fit into any of these genres, and that can make life quite difficult for an artist. It's William here, Bangkok voice coach, and I have had the most extraordinary response to a video I made about Dimash and Domingo, comparing it to two opera singers, Jonas Kaufmann and Dmitri Horostovsky. And the reason I made this comparison was to show the difference between a very traditional approach to singing opera and perhaps you might say more modernistic way of singing this old style of music. Because remember, our ears have changed, our concert halls have changed, and one super big difference is now we have the ability to amplify voices so that they don't have to project into this auditorium over a very large orchestral force. Now, I really like the version sung by Jonas Kaufmann and Dmitri Horostovsky, but what I noted was that a lot, I would say most of Dimash's fans did not like it. And this, to me, is absolutely fascinating. They found it sounded artificial in comparison to their beloved Dimash, who sounds relatively natural. But when you listen to Dimash compared to pop singers, he does not sound that natural. He has that classical sound in his voice. He has this enormous range, and particularly the soprano range, but also a really low bass baritone, and all of the voice types in between. He seems to be able to shift between one and the other in a most extraordinary fashion. When I was writing a play about the life of Maria Callas, the legendary opera singer, featuring music from her operas, I was speaking to a very, very famous London producer. And he said to me, what if the opera people don't like it and the theatre people don't like it? You will end up with a show that doesn't fit into either categories. You can see what he was talking about. People who love Callas could take a dislike to a play about Callas because they might see it disrespectful to her extraordinary legacy. People who like plays might not want to go to a play stuffed full of operatic arias and duets. So this great idea for a show might not find an audience. And I was thinking about Dimash. His fans are the most loyal, dedicated. They will literally walk over hot coals for him, and they will defend him against the slightest criticism. And I wonder, does Dimash fall between those two stools? He's not classical. The classical world would not accept him as classical, but he's not pop because his voice is very trained and much more full-bodied than a pop voice. He exploits his extraordinary range, great breath control, amazing ability to sing what is almost unsingable. He's not a pop singer, he's not an opera singer. He's somewhere in this place that is very, very hard to define. And I wonder, is that one of the reasons why he's not a huge household name around the world? Is that he doesn't quite fit into a category, and this could possibly work against him. I can tell from your response to my attempt to explain the differences between traditional opera singing and this kind of neoclassical singing. I can tell by your response that you do not like this kind of traditional opera singing. Operas are long, and the highlights that we know from operas are just about 5% of the rest of the work. In other words, you sit through a long opera and all you're going to recognize is about 3 minutes of the music. And so I think it's really important to point out that when I make observations about Dimash, I am not criticizing, because I think he is absolutely wonderful. All I'm doing is pointing out that he is not singing in the truly traditional operatic style, which is as demonstrated in my video. And most people feel a little bit uncomfortable with that style. It sounds plummy, artificial, maybe nasal. It doesn't sound that close to speaking because it can't be that close to speaking. It has to be a very big amplification of your body. All of these resonance, these cavities, you have to produce a sound that is going to be strong enough and focused enough to carry into a big space over an orchestra with no amplification. And that is not easy to do. I guarantee you it is really, really difficult. And you are terrified on that stage because there's no sound engineer who can give you a little bit extra. You are on your own, fighting for survival. I hope I made the point that I'm not in any way trying to criticize Dimash because I think he's absolutely wonderful. All I'm pointing out is that he doesn't quite fit into any of these genres, and that can make life quite difficult for an artist. It's William here, Bangkok Voice Coach. Thanks for watching and see you soon.